So you got a cookie?
Cookie.
Chan, cookie?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start with say hello to Bogdan. Say it like you mean it.
I don't mean it.
You don't mean to say hello to Bogdan, our only fan?
Exactly.
Actually, not only fan, because that's for naked girls. Say hello to Bogdan.
Hi.
No, with respect. Show him respect.
Mm-hmm.
And you?
Hi.
Hello, Bogdan. All right. So I was sitting at work, and I was kind of frustrated
Why?
because Kiona pretends to be tired.
No, my eyes are itching. No, I'm not tired.
Your eyes are hurting?
Itching.
Itching. Okay. So what I want to talk about it is really how stupid humanity is.
What's the obvious throughout all the podcasts?
We talked about that in a different podcast.
No, we did talk about it.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
But the idea is, like, to be honest with you, I don't care if I die tomorrow. Like, I really don't
Oh,
care.
you've said that already. Stop with the death.
No, it's fine. The idea is because I've tried everything, right? I've tried everything. I know what it is to be a human. I've tried sports. I've done this. Not everything professional, but I kind of know everything there is for the most part. And really, I'm just disappointed of the whole thing, right? Because you're a little kid, and they teach you, hey, don't lie, don't steal, don't cheat, be respectful to others, work hard, and none of it is true. None of it is true. Be honest. Fucking all of it, it's a lie. And that kind of bothers me a little bit, right? Because like everything you fucking know, it's upside down. So what am I going to teach you? Lie and cheat and steal? Because that's how you're going to get money, and money's going to buy you something. And what am I going to teach you, right? So that's the problem. Like for me, it feels like you're in a river, and the river just flows in one direction, and it's a bunch of currents. They're strong, and you're over there just paddling, trying to survive, and the river's trying to take you down, and there's really nothing to grab onto to say, okay, we're going to start here to fix everything, right? This is what I have this. Okay, now we're going to go forward. You're just struggling, trying to survive. And that's fucking nuts. And humanity, I was thinking today, because I wrote to, like Candace is talking about the Catholics. Like, get the fuck out of here with the Catholics. All the institutions, since the beginning of time, have been designed to make sure that people are not happy. Like back in the day, they had kings. Oh, the king is going to look out for you. He's ordained by God. Fucking lie. He's a piece of shit that doesn't give a fuck about the people. You know, now it's gotten to the point where the rich people are going to look for you. No, the rich people are not going to look for you. And the humans are like, okay, Trump is bad. All right, who are we going to have? Tucker Carlson. He's going to look out for us. No, he's not going to look out for you because he's always asking for money on TV. Oh, Joe Candace going to look for us? No, he's not going to look for you because he's getting money from Peter Thiel. They're always looking for a hero. And even when they have revolutions, all right, we got to power, they say, all right, you do it because you're smarter than me. You do it. You know what I mean? Like even drug addicts, nobody's going to save them. No nicotine patch is going to stop you from smoking. You stop because you want to stop. And you have to do it for yourself, right? And the idea that rich people are going to look out for poor people is just insane. Because they're going to look out for themselves. I mean, it's just common sense. And that's why they designed, before it was the king and the top priest, right? The top priest, probably they were pedophiles back then. You know, they used to kind of control and take the power and never did it. You saw in Italy, all the churches, right? And statues to the popes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? The God talks to you. The God doesn't talk to you. You're a fucking idiot. And the humans always fucking are looking for somebody to save them, right? Jesus is going to come and save it. And they don't want to, like, honestly, it's so easy to fix everything. Because it was my turn. You guys did how you fix it. Basically, maybe you put a law to where rich people are not allowed to run for office for 10 years. If you have any kind of fucking money, chances are you sold yourself to the devil to get it. Because I really don't think there's any other way to have lots of money. And maybe you don't get to run for office, to be honest with you. And let's see how poor people kind of can fix themselves, right?
Wouldn't poor people just like?
Because poor people, the assumption is, oh, he's a businessman. Poor people are stupid. Why is that falling down? No, poor people are not stupid. They're just poor. Why? What is the thing? Poor people are stupid.
Wouldn't poor people just try to make it so they can get money because they're poor?
No, you don't need money. You don't need money for anything. Like we have these options. How to fix the streets in Chicago. All right, how do you fix the streets? Oh, there's 5 options. All right, we're going to choose an option. That's it. You look at the math, but it never goes as simple as that. You know what I mean? Because there's always interest behind. Well, this company gave you money to run for office. Now they got to get their money. Well, who's going to get the contracts for the roads? It's these people. We control the unions with the mobs. All of it is interconnected bullshit. When in real life, just, all right, these are decisions. All right, what's the best decision? Nobody makes the best decision. And rich people had 5,000 years, 10,000 years to kind of prove that they're competent. And supposedly it doesn't work. Trickle-down economics doesn't work. So they fucked up, right? So you're in a situation where everything is fucked up. The food is fucked up, medical chemicals, the air is fucked up, this and this. And why cannot people just coexist peacefully? Because these fuckers who don't need money need to make more money. I was watching a documentary about World War I, right? Because you saw it. Like they dug trenches. The soldiers didn't have food, barely had water, and they're fighting each other for 4 years, and they're killing each other. And when you look down what happened in World War I, it's basically some people wanted to make more money. It was not about anything. World War II, same thing. So rich people, same people to go and die in wars, they sit at home and it's like a Monopoly game for them. You shouldn't be the commander of the army in the United States if you haven't served. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you know about war? You know, I mean, in order to make decisions, you need to know and see the guy next to you dying and you see the other guy, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot be the commander of the army if you have never fucking been near a war. So what I'm saying is, rich people, it's final. Rich people are not going to look out for poor people. They're just going to take advantage of them, right? So maybe they say, hey, if you're rich, you cannot run for office. And another thing, how do you fix it? Rich people running governments who don't represent their own people, because they don't represent their own people, keep lying to get elected and stuff. They always want more spying on the citizens. More spying, more spying, more spying, more spying. To the TV, to the this. Spying to the medical history. Spying, now they're doing the Palantir. All right, they want more spying. Well, how about we're going to spy on the people in the government? How about that? There's nothing that needs to be secret. How about if you're the mayor of Chicago, you're 100% under surveillance. Everything you do and say, it's right here, right? So we see how you make decisions. And same thing for there's really not a whole lot that needs to be secret. If you're looking for the best choice. Because what happens? If it's secret, it's a lie and they're cheating behind closed doors. That's all it is. There's a CIA, well, how CIA going to do stuff? Yeah, we don't need fucking you doing stuff because it turns out you're doing more wrong than right. But it's just nuts, man. And I'm looking for these people on it's just like my head is about to explode. They're always looking, oh, Tucker Carlson, because he spoke against Trump, he's going to save us. Well, Tucker Carlson seems kind of says the right things a lot of times, but a lot of times he's lying because you can see he's lying. And he's protecting Russia and he pretends Russians are great, right? So he's kind of got his own agenda. He's always asking for money on the internet. I need this, black coffee, whatever the fuck he's selling. Everybody's selling something. Oh, Joe Kent, he's a soldier. Yeah, but it turns out he took money. Remember Whitney Webb when she was saying, okay, so enough of the stuff. If you have money, you don't get to run. And the political process needs to be redesigned to where you don't need any money. You got to have good ideas. You got to be smart. And that's how you get to run. That's it. And now the fucking thing, everybody's hating the Jewish people online, right? So you got a bunch of people that are liars on X, right? Well, as soon as I catch somebody lying on X, I block them. Okay, thank you. What is this, rap?
Yeah.
So the ones that I know they're lying for sure, I block them. Right? And what's left is a bunch of people that hate Israel. So if you're not a liar, I don't block people because they lie by mistake. I block people because they lie intentionally. If I know you're lying, and you continue to lie to me, I block you, right? So then what's left is a bunch of everybody hates the Jews. They got a point with a lot of stuff, but see, my father, when I was a kid, because I had long hair, I was a little bit older than him, and you used to call me a faggot. You know what a faggot is?
Gay person.
Right, it's the bad word for the gays, right? And I hated it, right? And I kind of was like, well, I don't want to be a faggot, right? But he kept calling me a faggot. I don't want to be a faggot, so then I'm looking and kind of like, they're bad people, right? The faggots, because I don't want to be one. And then I got to Freddie Mercury, right? Well, I cannot not like Freddie Mercury. I cannot not like him. I gotta like him because he's the best. And he had a
You
song.
realize you just said you can't not. You can't.
I
like
cannot not like him. So that means I like him.
him. No, you said you can't. You can not.
No, I
not
said
like him.
cannot not like him. So there's two no's means a yes. All right, so okay, so I like him. And if you listen to that song Breakthrough, you know, and I think I told you these guys before, like I've fallen in love for the first time. This time I know it's for real. Right? So he tried with the girls, it didn't work out. So now, so he says, I've fallen in love for the first time. So that's the first time. But then when he says, this time I know it's for real, it means those other times was he had fallen in love and it was not for real, right? So he was not in your face, look at me, I'm gay. You know, look at me, I'm gay. You know, and you need to applaud me. No, he was showing you his struggle. So anyways, then Larry, my friend that died in a car crash, he really liked Queen. So I got, okay, I got to like the gay people, right? Because he's one of them. I cannot hate him. So then I started kind of discovering stuff about people. And the same thing with the Jewish people. All right, everybody hates the Jewish people now. Okay, they got some point. Monsanto, Jewish people, supposedly they have a big thing with slavery. I don't know if it's majority of them are Jewish, but they're saying that that's what it was. I don't know if it's true. The Sassoon family did the opium thing in China. I mean, it seems like always on the top stuff and a bunch of wars like Rothschild, they're kind of involved on the top positions, right? So the first thing is like to be like a crazy guy. It's like, oh, I'm going to hate all because they keep saying, well, some Jewish, they don't say some Jewish people, say all the Jewish people are bad. So then I have the same thing with Freddie Mercury. Well, I can't hate the Jewish people because you got to stop yourself. Remember that song with Bob Dylan? When I said, what did I say? You guys remember the words? When I said,
I'm glad to not be another abuser.
no, another abuser. It said, we drink cocktails of hate. And then we pretend to want to eradicate, right? So okay, you say, so they keep doing this stuff throughout history. Oh, these are the bad people. Oh, we're going to hate them all. Well, maybe not. And then I become like them because they hated us, and I become like them, and I'm just the same. Like the story, would you kill Hitler when he was a little kid? No, I would not kill Hitler because he's a kid. Why would I? Then I'm just like him, right? He's killing kids. So that's the same thing. Like, okay, the Nazis hated the Jews hated the Nazis, the this, you know what I mean? You become the same thing if you have so much hate. So you got to put a stop. And they say, well, I can't hate everybody. So that's what the song is about. I cannot hate Bob Dylan. I'm sorry. I cannot hate Bob Dylan. I cannot hate Leonard Cohen, right? I can't hate him because he was great. And then you go in and you find other people. I cannot hate Seinfeld, even though kind of, I don't know what's going on with him. I cannot hate Don Rickles. I cannot hate Andy Kaufman. I cannot hate Mitch Hedberg. I cannot hate fucking Lenny Bruce. I cannot hate, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Steven Spielberg is a decent guy. Right? So you say, okay, I'm not going to give in to all this hate. You got to stop yourself. Who do you like that's Jewish and you cannot hate?
What, like Jack?
Yeah. Right? So when I went to school, so my father hated the Jewish people. All right. When I came here, I met Don, right? He's really got, and what I found on the ground about Jewish people, they keep their word, which is very rare. The people keep their word. They're funny, right? They're funny. They're humble for the most part. They don't buy Maseratis and shit. Even if they have money, they keep it humble. I mean, people say they're not creative. I think they're very creative, and they do a bunch of stuff, right? last night I was thinking, because I go to bed and when I can't breathe, a lot of thoughts come in my mind, and it's kind of like vroom, vroom, thoughts. And I was thinking, everybody that fucked me over was not Jewish. Maybe Mike fucked me like halfway when he said we're going to do that stuff with the construction company, and I bought all the stuff because he said he was going to do it. I don't know, maybe, he's probably got his own reason. But everybody that's fucked me over and everybody that's not kept their own word, they're not Jewish. So, okay, so now we're going to blame the Jewish people for all these fucking things. Okay, maybe there's a point, but maybe other people from different ethnicity and nationalities and religions in their position would have done the same thing. I don't know. If all the chemicals in the food, it's because the Jewish people decide to make more money, right? I don't know. That's what they're saying, right? Even Hitler in that speech said they don't do quality, they do quantity. Okay, maybe. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if the other people would do it differently. But the idea is you got to put yourself like a stop. Like, I'm not going to go past this. I'm not going to go past. I don't want to hate Bob Dylan, right? And I don't want to. It's just nuts how they push it. And again, why do I like Jack and Aiden at your school? Because they're the only people that kind of, you got this and you got this. The only people that I felt they respect you, right? I don't want like the Turkish guy who's always trying to put his hands on you. Like, I don't like that. Sorry. And I felt like Aiden and Jack respect you more, right? So I like them. I'm looking at them. I like them, right? I met Don. I met Dan, the photographer. I like them. I don't want to hate them for something other people have done. And how do you, like in this order, every time it's like, look at this, look at this. Yeah, Israel is doing a genocide. All right. What do you want me to do? Kill all the Jewish people? What am I going to do? Like do the Nazi all over again? No, that's wrong. You got to find a solution to where the guilty people are accountable, but not everybody. What? You got a burger? You got no ideas? Do you have no burger ideas?
I ate my burger.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you want to say?
Nothing. I don't have anything to say.
You don't want to have anything to say?
No, I don't.
wanna not have. I wanna.
I wanna
I
have.
wanna have not.
I don't
wanna
wanna have ideas to say.
I
Why?
wanna have something to say, but I'm not.
Why?
I'm not.
Tell me.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I wanna
About what?
About this. I don't know what to say.
I mean, it just feels like
I'm not good at making sentences up.
you're not going to make any sentences out, just make sounds like the rappers. The main thing is, the biggest thing is, everybody's waiting for heroes to save them.
Oh no!
That's fine. It's over there. Everybody's looking for some kind of heroes to save them.
They should be saving themselves.
Yeah. And as soon as some guy shows up, all like, you're the savior. But he's fucking a crook. And they keep doing this. You understand? 10,000 years, people have been doing the same thing. And they don't wake up. Oh, he's going to save me. No. He's a crook. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake. Oh, he's going to save me. He's going to save me. And they're all crooks. How about you save yourself? And you know what I mean? And then with the government, honestly, the whole thing has got to be more power to the citizen. No right of spying on people. Nobody should spy on you. We're going to spy on the people leading us because that's the people who's supposed to do the right thing. Just imagine they have cameras everywhere and you see everything they're doing at work. Why? Oh, I'm a senator. This stuff is secret. Why is it secret? Shouldn't be secret. All right, we have a camera 100% all the time.
You know how to make yourself a house that doesn't have a camera in it? Go in the forest and like make it out of trees.
Yeah, but somebody can come and pretend to do something and they put a camera on it.
That's why you don't let anybody in. Because it's your property.
So which Jewish people you like in history?
I don't know. Was Elvis Jewish?
No, this was not Jewish.
Well, I don't know because they're all Jewish people.
Like, what do you mean they're all Jewish people? Who do you like?
Well, I don't know anybody.
What do you mean you don't know anybody?
Well, I don't care.
Bob Dylan made a song Political World. Amazing, right? Leonard Cohen made Dance Me to the End of Love.
Well, I don't care if they're Jewish.
That's what I'm saying. No, but you got to put yourself, I'm not going to hate these people.
But if I can't tell, it doesn't matter.
Well, in theory, you're absolutely correct. It doesn't matter who you are, what skin color you have. It just matters who you are right now. It doesn't matter who the people behind you are. Okay, yeah, you're right. She's right.
Because I don't differentiate them by religion.
Yeah, I understand. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. But everybody's pushing you to fucking
No, I don't care about what they are. If they're doing good, it doesn't matter what they believe in.
Yeah.
It's not like Epstein is bad because he's Jewish.
Go!
Well, they're saying that there's a lot of these people that they worship kind of the devil, kind of.
Yeah, but the devil isn't in Jewish religion.
What?
The devil isn't in Jewish religion.
I think all religions have a form of the devil, but
But they don't like. They always believe in the good parts. You know, like they
I don't know if these people believe in the good parts anymore. Let me honest with you. Because they're saying that they don't. That's why they sacrifice
I have
kids.
a suspicion that Trump is Jewish.
Well, he's working for Israel, so I don't know. Well, he the husband of his
Wife is Jewish.
Jared Kushner.
I guess that.
That's his.
Yeah.
That's
For
his,
real?
That's his husband.
Jared Kushner, yeah, the husband of Melania.
Well, I don't know that.
Damn, bro. I just
Isn't he
guessed.
like a bad person or something?
Jonna, I just
It looks like he's very corrupt, and he made billions of dollars pretending to be this political guy.
He's not a political guy.
And
So he just kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's
oh man, he sucks big time.
Imagine.
For Easter. For Easter, you know how Trump, when the soldiers came in a casket, and they're
Oh,
dead.
he said,
So
like,
Trump
something
was
about
saying,
Israel?
no, he was sitting with a white hat, like pretending to care about the soldiers. He had the fucking hat on. He didn't even take the hat off. Something like USA or something. And now for Easter, because you know the
That's English Easter, yeah. Catholic Easter. Or
Catholic Easter, whatever we're gonna have it a week. He was saying,
Oh, is it on Saturday or Sunday?
I think Saturday or Friday. All right, it's got to be Saturday, right? Because you have the Good Friday when he gets killed, Jesus, and then Saturday
Oh, it's
is the resurrection, or Sunday, whatever.
Sunday. Oh,
Don't do that.
What the fuck do you mean? My plate is not a whopper.
Hala.
Yeah. So Trump for Easter of the Catholics, he's like, open the fucking Strait of Hormuz. That's how you wrote for Easter. Open the Strait of fucking Hormuz, and you know how the Arabs, they blow themselves up when they write, they yell Allahu Akbar, and that's what he wrote, Allahu Akbar, for Easter of the Christians. Open the fucking Strait of Hormuz, Allahu Akbar. I mean, it's
Wait, what does Allahu Akbar mean again?
I don't know, God be praised or something. I don't know what it means.
Thank the Lord.
Well, whatever. They blow
Praise the
themselves up.
Lord. Oh,
That
praise
is
the
only on the
Lord.
red. No, you have to blow up the Strait of Hamar.
No, he said open the. He wrote fucking Strait of Hormuz for Easter. And in a way, you know, kind of thank God for Trump.
Where'd it go?
I'm gonna be honest with you, because when I voted for him, I didn't want to vote for him because he's a clown. The first time against Hillary, but I looked at it and I said, hey, either he's gonna be like a Teddy Roosevelt, the guy that has money and wants to do something for the people, which maybe Teddy Roosevelt did that, unless the history gets rewritten to where he was an asshole. Because as far as I know, he was a good guy. Or he's gonna be so dumb to expose everything up and then see how bad it is. And I think that's where we are. He's just so kind of stupid. I mean, he's not stupid because he's got some kind of intelligence, but he doesn't know anything about
The
anything.
lowest kind.
And he has this thing to where he has to tell you what the fuck is going on. Kind of like, look at me, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like he said, I can get shot in the middle of, I can kill somebody in the middle of Times Square, and nobody's going to do anything about it. He has to tell you how great, like how he can get away with it. And I mean, I in a way, you know what I mean? Like a little kid that has to tell the truth in a way. You know, like even with the Jewish money, he was saying, yeah, Miriam Edelson gave me $300 million to run. And she, all she cares about the Israelis. He said it in front of everybody. So, you know what I mean? So in a way, he's kind of exposing, like, what's in the shadows. Because before, you know, they were always pretending it's for your best interest, that they're bringing freedom and democracy, and they're doing stuff for people. It was a lie, right? So he's kind of telling you. They said, do you want to bring freedom and democracy to Iran? He says, no, we just want to kill everybody.
Oh, I have a question.
Wow.
Go ahead.
So you know how those like I don't know if they were Arabs, but Middle Eastern, let's just call them that.
Arabs.
Those people who hacked at the Casper Tunnel's Gmails.
Yeah, that's Iran. They did that.
Do you think they were gonna show the Epstein files?
That's what they said. That's what they said, that they hacked, but they didn't hack
Put it down.
They didn't hack the real emails. These guys are not even supposed to have Gmails, like old emails. You know, he went to Cuba. And he had a bunch of pictures in Cuba. But where we went with what's the writer? Hemingway. He took a picture with the Hemingway statue. So what? Yeah, that's what they're saying. And they're saying that actually Charlie Kirk, they knew that they killed him with some explosive from a factory. There was a factory in, I think, Louisiana, where they have an invoice. You know what an invoice is?
Where you use your voice and it explodes.
No. Invoice means like a
Telephone.
receipt. Like a receipt. Showing that, you know, like they give you a receipt because you bought a donut.
Yeah.
Remember Mitch Hedberg when he said they gave him a receipt for buying a donut?
Yeah.
And he said, why are you giving me a receipt? I cannot imagine a scenario where I had to prove that I bought a donut. And somebody says, don't even act like you didn't get that donut. And he would say, no, I got the receipt to prove it. And I'm going to file it on my cabinet on the D for donut. You know, he's very funny. Mitch Hedberg. Yeah, so they had receipts of buying $400,000 for a small explosive device. And you know how Israel sent those pagers, sold like the Hamas, I think, or Hezbollah, one of those which they fight. They sold them pagers, and they didn't know it was an Israeli company, and then exploded the pagers, and they killed a lot of these people and their families. So there's a receipt of an exploding device, a miniature exploding device, right? And then some guy found out the receipt on the internet, and then a week later, the whole factory blew up, and they killed 16 people who worked on the device that got sold, right? So it kind of looks like they had something to do with it.
Was it sold before?
Huh?
Was it sold before?
Yeah, like in June, and he got killed in September 10th.
That means they were planning that for over a year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure, because as soon as he started kind of not doing what they wanted, I think they kind of had plans to take him out. That's another guy. I hope I'm not going to find anything bad about him, because I like him, like Charlie Kirk. All right. He was kind of biased before. All right, with Israel all the time. He was losing with the genocide, because you cannot pretend it's not a genocide, right? He was losing arguments in Cambridge and whatnot. And then the second thing was about abortion. Okay, he kept doing abortion. All right, I agree with you. I agree with you on abortion. But then relax. You cannot force the women to have abortion, to not have abortions, and then not help them when they have the babies, right? Anywhere in the world, they get 2 years off. So he wasn't being honest about that, and a few other things. But I watched a bunch of them when he was talking to trans people, and he was very respectful. They say he wasn't, but that's a lie. So I don't know. Some of the stuff he was, but I like the idea that he decided to die rather than compromise, and he knew he was going to get killed. That's the idea I like about him. So I hope he's not going to turn out to be somebody that is not what I think.
Depends if he's actually dead and it wasn't just kidding.
Well, there's a lot of stories that he's actually not dead, because the AI analyzed the videos of him, and supposedly the way and I looked at it, and I've seen it actually like a week ago, where the blood comes out like, it doesn't look real. What's his name? AI said when you get hit in the neck, the blood doesn't jump like that. I don't know. I mean, why would he not be dead? What's the point of him hiding somewhere? I mean, I don't see how anybody would decide that to where it would make sense, you know. I think they knocked him out with some kind of gas from the microphone, and then if he didn't die, they probably killed him in a car on the way to the hospital. Because the police running behind SUV said that he was struggling, trying to get out of the car. I don't know, because everybody's lying, so I don't know what's what.
Oi, Baka.
I mean, honestly, probably, I'm gonna be honest with you, the best thing is to get some money and just move somewhere else where it's just not a fucking city,
Exactly.
and we live in nature, and let them fight it out. Because I really like, even with the music I made, it is supposedly for everybody else. I can't find a way to have people, unless there are customers in my cab. Everybody, 8 people have cried for some of the songs. But I met the guy, what's his name, Craig Ferguson. I gave it to him. He didn't say nothing. All right, I sent it to Kansas. She doesn't say nothing. All right, so you know what? Like when I used to have girlfriends, except for your mother.
You used to.
She's normal.
No, but girls would be like yes and no and yes and no, and I was like, you know what? Go and fuck yourself. And then the girl would say no, yes, and I was like, no more yes. I don't care. I don't want it. Right? So it's like, move along. So that's how I'm with this. Like I'm trying, to make it. I do the best I can to kind of, hey, do you guys want to listen to it? You don't want to listen to it? All right, fuck it. I'm going to shut it down. That's the thing with humanity that I was thinking about. Like, they don't want to be saved. Do you understand? They seem to don't want to be saved. They seem to like, some people like to have the strings over them. And they, you know what I mean? They put, remember that song I said? What did I say? Followers and no chiefs. Followers and no chiefs, right? Yeah, this is just one. They want somebody, you do it for me. You run this because you know better. All right, so they want to have strings above them. And some people go and sacrifice, like the Tibeus and Caius Gracchus in ancient Rome. And a lot of people, the leaders of stuff trying to change things. And then in the end, they don't give a fuck about them. These people get killed because you go and fight for the humanity as a whole. And then they treat them like shit for 20 years. And then 50 years after they're dead, they say, oh, this guy was actually a hero. When I was working on logistics for Butacci, right? So he would steal from his drivers. I told you this before. And when he went to Mexico for a week, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to touch it. I could have made money because he said, he'll give me 10% for every time I steal. And that could have been $500 extra Monday because you hit Monday, $500 extra Wednesday, and $500 extra Friday, right? Because you hit 3 times. You get a load Monday, and he's got to drop it, and then do Wednesday, and he's got to do Friday. So I could have had an extra $1,500 that I would have made cash, right? It was hundreds, right? Probably even more. And I didn't want to do it. So I said, hey, I'm not going to do that. And I gave people all their monies, the drivers, all the money. And one guy, he was getting stuck in Rhode Island. He couldn't unload for days. And I actually sent flowers and chocolate to the lady that was working there. Like $250 worth of flowers and chocolates. I became friends with her. So now this guy would be unloaded as soon as he would come in. They would unload him. Another guy, like I fought for detention. Like the brokers, I was the only guy in the company that would pay detention. Detention means if you get stuck unloading for more than an hour and a half, they got to pay extra. And I was the only guy who was fighting for that. So then the brokers had respect for me because I always kept my word. I didn't like to say, oh, this is, my driver is sick and stuff to get a better load. Because in the morning you get a load at a certain price. In the afternoon when everybody's desperate, there's more money. But you already have committed to the first load at a certain price. And now if you wanted to get an extra $200-$300, you had to fuck over the first load, right? And lie to the broker, hey, this guy's sick or the truck broke down to get the second one. I didn't feel that was fair, so I never did it, right? Actually, I did it once, and because he was telling me to do it, and I didn't want to do it again. Hey,
What?
leave the balloon alone. So what was I saying? So the brokers, out of respect for me, they were paying me detention without even having to fight for it. So one driver woke up in the morning. I got him his load at 7. I said, 11 o'clock, 5 minutes from your house. You got to pick up this load. And then the broker called me back at 10, and he said, I'm sorry, the load fell through. He said, I'll pay you $250. I'll pay you $250 penalty because I fell from the load, right? And I didn't keep any of it. I could have kept the money. I gave it to the driver. I said, hey, buddy, what are you doing? It's like, I just woke up. So he didn't even leave the house to spend gas. So I gave him the $250 detention, which he didn't earn. He didn't do shit, right? And guess what? When Butacci came back from vacation, guess what? He said, listen, you did everything you wanted to do. You didn't take no money from these people. You helped them. And he gave me his phone. And I looked at the phone, guess what? These true drivers that I helped, and I gave him all the money. And then one guy helped him to where he didn't have to wait, and this other guy gave him $250. They were the ones bitching about me, trying to get me fired. They're the ones. It's like you did whatever you wanted. So now you come to the point. Are people, like the Eurythmics song, are people designed to be abused? Because for sure the rich people think so. So I'm trying to help you. All I'm doing is this for your own purpose, and you're the guy trying to fight. Same thing happened to Jesus. He was trying to help everyone, and they fucked him over. So then you ask yourself, is it worth it? Should I just be a money-hungry motherfucker? Like the same people, like it blew my mind. He says, you did what you wanted. And then he said, now, see if you want to fight for these people again. And what do? You say, well, nobody's worth fighting for. I'm just going to cheat and lie and steal. So it's very strange with humanity. It just seems, I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like they don't want to, they just like to, like Eurythmics songs. Some people are meant to be abused. Some people are meant to be abuser. What is the song? Some people want to be used by you. Some people want to use you. Some people want to be used by you, whatever the fuck it says. So maybe that's how it is. And if rich people are always thinking, if I don't take advantage of these people, I'm a loser. And if I try to help them, no, if I try to help them and I don't take advantage of them, I'm a loser. And the only way to win is just take advantage of them. Because they're asking for it. You understand? This is the, you know what the paradox is? Paradox is when,
Oh, yeah, no, I know what it is.
when something,
Contradicts the other, but it makes sense somehow.
paradox is like when it's the wrong thing to do and kind of makes sense. Paradox, you know, yeah, well, it doesn't have to be good or bad. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but you understand what I mean.
Yeah, we know.
So what do? You become a crook? Maybe that's every time, like when I came to America, I heard, you gotta work hard, work hard, work hard, and the boss is gonna see you and say, oh, this guy works hard. Oh, we're gonna help him advance and help him. No. So when I was working in construction in Cleveland, I was doing, I don't know, 12, 13 finish grades a day. And because I was an immigrant, because those are a bunch of hillbillies over there. So they always say, we hate immigrants, but you are our favorite immigrant, right? I always would say stuff like that. And I would do all kinds of stuff. I would strip walls by myself. That's a work for like 10 people. You know, I went in with a hammer, because the big panels of aluminum, you got to take the hooks. They got hooks. You hit them with a hammer. You hit down, it goes up, and then you hit the whole thing, and you collect it in buckets. And then you got to go with a hammer and pull it up and take it out and carry it, whatever the fuck it is. Big things, 4 foot by 8 foot. Aluminum, stuff like that. And one of them came in and hit me on the head and split, you know this line that I have here. Split my, there's a line, there's got to be a line here somewhere. You see it?
Is that it?
Yeah, no, it's got to be straight down. There's a line either here or here.
Oh. Nah, bro, you're chill.
No, I have a line, I'm telling you, because it had stitches. Whatever. So it fell and hit my head. I didn't go to the hospital to get stitches until I finished my job. And Mark, you know Mark from Cleveland, he saw it, right? I was doing everything. All I wanted is to call me a bulldozer operator, even though I was doing the finish grades. But they never gave me the title bulldozer operator. Because the boss liked to work with me, whatever. And they never gave me I was making, I think, 14 and a half an hour, but I wanted to get 16, and he didn't give me the money. And I wanted to, even though I bought my own Toyota truck, I wanted to get a F-150 company truck and a phone. That's what I wanted. Because it meant respect, because everybody in my position was getting that. So then I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to quit. If I don't get my, because they got another idiot, Jason. He was married to the owner's wife's brother's ex-wife. So the wife had the brother, and it was an ex-wife, and this guy came in and married the guy's ex-wife, and he was kind of thinking, and that was his best friend, by the way. Somehow he fucked around, and he married his best friend, ex-wife, and he was taking care of the guy's children. So they moved him, even though he was like 2 years, after me, came in a company, they moved him up. So I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm gone. So then Tonelli didn't want to give me my last paycheck. He wanted to meet in a coffee shop. And he said, okay, I started working for Osborne Construction. You understand? Osborne Construction will do they have one in here in Chicago, whatever, Ozinga. It's kind of the same thing.
Osborne is in Spider-Man.
Yeah, Osborne. They were doing all the cement and the gravel and the stuff. So these people had about 6 people in the office. They were all union. You know what union is? Union, they're making about $50 an hour, and they're lazy as fuck. That's what union means. Like, they don't want to do any work. So, the son of the big boss in Osborne, and Tonelli, who was the son of his father, went to college together. So they're friends. So this guy said, hey, can you help me with the because we were doing excavator and bulldozer. Can you send me some people? Because these guys cannot I think 1,000 tons they couldn't do a day. It means you have to extract material and carry it with big trucks that the tire was as big as this room. That's how big the tire was. And they had hydraulics. And then the cabin would, or the other stuff would fall down, and then the other stuff would be standing up because they're connected with a hydraulic thing. So you had to dig it up with the machine, load it in the truck, and then kind of go around in a stone pit, kind of go around like this. And there was a big hole where the stone was. And then they had conveyor belts, and they had to extract the big stone, small stone, sand. You know what I mean? They wash it with water. And these guys didn't want to do any work, so they're always kind of looking for excuses not to do work. So when I quit, Tonelli, the big boss, said, "Hey, Romulus, I know you want to quit and this." He said, "But I'll give you the best job in company." I said, "What?" He said, and he explained to me the situation. These guys cannot extract, and they needed to extract more. And he had a system where he had 2 truck drivers. I think they had two truck drivers of the big Volvo trucks. And then they had an excavator operator. And the 3 of them could not do 1,000 or 1,500 tons. I think it was 1,000 or no. The goal was to do 1,500 tons a day, and they couldn't even hit 1,000. Right. So I went there on the excavator. He said, "I'll have you be a truck driver, and you let me know what you think." Please don't do that. We're almost done. Okay. So let me know what you think. Just observe the situation. So I went in there as a truck driver, and I realized it's all bullshit. Nobody wants to work. Everybody was trying to fuck around and waste time and pretend it cannot be done. So I went in and I told him, I said, this guy, he was a union guy, $60 an hour on the excavator. He was an ex-boxer. He said Golden Gloves, but maybe not. I said, you know what? I said, fire the guy. He's a loser. Like, he's not doing anything. Because he would spend 2 minutes loading the truck. And then by the time the truck comes around, it would have taken 15 minutes, right? So the guy's just sitting on his excavator, right? Not doing nothing, waiting for the truck to come in. And then the other truck, another 2 minutes. I said, listen, that's garbage. I said, and Josh, you remember Josh? He came and visited us. He had left the construction and he went to sell houses, and he wasn't happy. He was trying to come back to construction. I said, listen, fire that other guy, and we'll have just me and Josh, because Josh knew how to operate the excavator. Instead of paying the other guy like he's a loser anyways, bring me another excavator, which wasn't a lot of money. And I said, I'll have a truck. Josh has an excavator and a truck, and I'll have a truck and an excavator. And we will race each other. Why? Because the guy in the excavator is just sitting around. He's not doing anything, waiting for the truck. So what we did, instead of 3 paychecks, I saved him a paycheck, which was a lot of money, like $80,000 a year. And I would go in with the truck, unload, come back, jump from the truck, run to the excavator, load myself, and do the same thing. And I did it with Josh. And it was kind of cool because we were kind of racing each other, right? And we were doing, I'm going to be honest, Lou, close to 3,000 tons by noon, by 1 o'clock. Because one time, the asshole guy, the boxer guy, didn't show up to work because the boss didn't believe me at first. And the what do you call it? The union guy didn't show up for work. And then I showed up, and by myself, I did 1,000 tons by myself. Nobody else was working, just me. Everybody, whatever it was. So I said, listen, it can be done. And he was like, what, you did it by yourself? Yeah, and I was like 1 o'clock done. So then I did it with Josh, and we were doing like 3,000 tons by either 1:30 or 2 o'clock. And then guess what? He would say, all right, you did this. Now go and do finish grades. So like 2 o'clock until like 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'll be doing finish grades. Then you come with a bulldozer and you make the earth nice, right? All right, so I saved you a paycheck. Not you're not making 1,500 tons what you wanted. You're making about 3,000 tons by noon, not all day. And now you want me to do finish grades, all right? And you got no respect for me, and you don't say, hey man, you're worth this much money, right? Because that's how it is. They say, all right, you can do this, all right, you can do it early, all right, do more. Because rich people don't want to give you any of the money. And then what I did, I put Josh in charge and I quit. Even though I was making good money, I was like, yeah, I don't agree with the whole fucking thing. All you trying to do, take advantage of me. Then I worked for Butachi. He had 5 people in the office in logistics. Fired everybody else. I was the only guy doing all the work. And I was like, more money? No. until you kept coming up with excuses. All right, goodbye. I'm gone, right? Because this idea that you work hard and they're going to notice you, no. They're only going to give you more money if you extract it from them with forceps. That's how much they like money. You got to go forceps and take the money out of them. And how you do that, you say, I quit. But a lot of times these fuckers, fuck you money is? Right? So some guy, when I heard it the first time, it was some guy on TV said he had a dispute with his neighbor. And he knew it was his fault about something with a tree and a fence or something. But instead of giving his neighbor $1,000, which he was correct, he spent $10,000 with lawyers to make sure he doesn't get that $1,000. That's what's called fuck you money. These people have that. You know what I mean? So a lot of times they let you go just because it's fuck you money, even though they lose, right? So that's my experience. I've never seen it to where they see you and you're great. But I don't want to sell my soul. Like when he was begging me to come back, I kind of went in to work for his buddy. Then they started an underground drilling company. And then he said, we got to do, if we do 25,000 feet a week, nobody could do past 15, I think. If you do 25,000 feet a week, we'll get I was on salary. My workers are going to get $100 bonus each. And we did 27,000 feet, and he didn't want to pay the bonus. Right? And I quit. I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Even though it was not my interest, but if you're going to be a liar. So they come these situations in life. That's why I'm talking about money. A normal person, which is not me, would have said, okay, well, fuck these guys. I'm making $500. I was making $500 a day. That's a lot of money. I'm making $500 a day. It's a lot of money. Think of my kids. That's how you tell yourself. Think of my kids. Whatever. He didn't keep his word, and I'm gonna put my head down. That's my grandmother used to say, a head that is kept down, the sword is not gonna cut it. And to me, that's bullshit. I think they're gonna cut the heads. Actually, specifically the heads. They're kind of like this. So I quit because of principle, right? Who does this? Nobody, right? Because for me, you promise my guys the bonus, you got to give it to them. Because in the end, it's my word. I tell them, hey, work hard, get 25. And you know how much money they're making? They're making $4. Do you understand? They're making $4 a mile. Not a mile, a foot. So the guy in a week made 75, what did I say, 25? No, 100,000. In a week, he made $100,000. Whatever, you got to take out of that maybe $20,000 in expenses. But you're still $80,000. And you don't want to give $100 to the people? Even though that's kind of stupid, because if you give them, they're going to work harder and it makes sense. I don't understand what he was thinking, but you're a liar, right? You're a liar. And then I found out that he's stealing from stores, from Home Depot, because even though he's worth $50 million, he doesn't want to pay for his stuff. He saw, the people stealing, and he's like, oh, I can steal too, even though he doesn't need the money. So, like for me, it was like, all right, I don't want to be part of this. Right? So the shit that you learn in books and stuff, there was a mother that, you know how you go to park? You go to the park and everybody says, share your toys. And the mother said, fuck this. I don't want my kids to share the toys. And they asked her, like, why? It's like, when they're adults, do you get told to share? You don't fucking share anything when you're an adult. Why are you teaching a kid to share? When you're adult, it's like, I don't want to share anything. I don't want to share food. I don't want to share, you know what I mean?
I never learned that.
Yeah, you don't like to share nothing.
Sharing is caring, but I don't give a shit.
Sharing is caring?
I don't care.
Sharing isn't caring.
Which one is the one that is like a white typical? Karen or Sharon?
Karen.
Karen, yeah.
That's what they call a bitch who's always like, I want to call your manager.
I want to call the manager, bring the manager out here. Why are the bitches from the South? Because actually, maybe not.
They're not.
Actually, maybe the bitches.
They have like the
maybe the bitches are from the suburbs.
Not yeah, they are from the
Guess who's beeping their horn every 2 seconds on the
No,
roads?
they have short hair.
Fucking Mercedes, BMW, fucking fat women from the suburbs. They beep their horn every 2 minutes.
Why are you recording me?
Yeah.
No, it's like they wear skinny jeans.
They don't wear skinny jeans.
Short
I
hair,
don't fuck
short
them.
hair.
They're all fat women, white
come
women
in-
from the suburbs. They beep their horn every day.
Yeah.
And you know who the best drivers on the road are? Black women. Better than anybody. Not me, not better than me, but black women like going woo, 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 fast, slow. I mean, they really got skill. They got skill. Like the black guys are like this, and kind of driving slow with the music up. But the black women are like,
I believe it can fly. I believe it can fly.
they're really good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I believe
And the worst people on the road,
White women.
no, Asians. Like Asians, they're always looking confused. Like, what the fuck? Is there a red light or a green light? Oh, I don't know. Should I press the brake? Should I accelerate? They're always like slow. But black women, amazing drivers. Like fucking Formula One, shouldn't you have black people, white people, nothing, just black women. NASCAR, what the fuck? Boom, boom, boom. The best.
That's good.
No, I'm serious. That's airplanes, man. That's not cars.
Don't fucking kill.
Yeah. What else would you got driving?
Indians.
Yeah, I don't know much about Indians. I know.
They don't
Fat
drive.
people.
Chana. They only drive horses.
Elephants.
No, that's not true. Elephants. Yeah, that's not true. Yeah, I don't know how the Indians drive.
Horses. They drive horses. They used to, at least.
Yeah, I mean,
Now they drove Mustangs.
so black men are slow.
Oh, Mexicans. How do they drive?
Mexicanos.
Afraid of ice. That's how they drive. Afraid of ice. Yeah, Mexicans. Maybe they don't drive as much.
The theme was I was
Yeah.
watching
They
it,
see
and
ice.
Nora
Oh.
dressed up
What?
as a Mexican.
Nora?
It was in our game. It was like the theme was ice skating or something, and then she was like ice. So I was like, okay, bet. And then she was like, okay, I would get.
How old is this? This morning?
Who knows?
No, it's 10 years ago.
I don't know what that is.
10 years ago? When you were what? 1 year old?
I'm an old grandpa now.
Yep. Tata. Yep.
Black
idea-
men drive Dunker.
The idea about the whole thing is when everybody's pushing one way to hate other people, you got to stop. Give me a napkin. You always got to find some people you cannot hate and just sit down. And you say, I cannot hate these people.
I cannot hate them.
And then you start kind of calculating. Maybe you shouldn't hate anybody. I don't know.
You should hate the people.
Do you guys hate anybody? Who do you hate?
Nora K. I
No.
just found out that there's a TikTok group that's slandering me.
Oh.
Those bitches hate me because they
Oh,
hate
listen,
me.
listen. You're important. If somebody hates
I
you,
know, that's what I'm saying.
you're
Why are
important.
they hating you?
They're like, I want attention. They're like, she wants attention from boys. Was this some way out?
You want attention from boys?
Shut
I hang out
up.
with
Shut
girls.
up.
So
Shut
I
up.
so I was talking to this gay guy, and I was like, oh yes, Antoine, we love you.
Yeah.
No, like,
Is a black guy?
Yeah.
Black gay guy?
Yeah, no. He wasn't even there. I just was like, okay, sure, I want attention from the gay men.
You do what?
I was like, sure, I want the attention from the gay men.
How you do it like this?
No, that's how I just talk.
All right, so Nora K group you hate?
I think she's one of the people in the group.
Yeah, but you shouldn't hate people that kind of hate you. You should kind of ignore
Oh
them.
no, because they're mean.
Yeah, but you shouldn't ignore them. Like you shouldn't hate them
No,
because
I'm
if
gonna
you
find
no,
pictures and send it to
if
them.
no, because you hate back, you're the same level with them.
Not really.
It's almost like you walk down the street and somebody says you're a piece of shit, and you sit there and argue with them. No, you just ignore them. And that's the same stuff with people. Remember the guy with the crayons? He goes in and like on X, he's trying to goodbye, buddy. So the moment you don't argue with people, instead of like yeah, you can never win them. Yeah, you can never win. It's just like ignore
Well,
them.
the investigation is fun.
What I'm saying is, it hurts them the most if you don't interact with them. It's just like, I hate you, Kevin. It's like, whatever. Right? So if you don't care, even if you're in relationships,
They hate me because they
no,
hate me.
if you're in a relationship, not yet, right? Not yet. With a boy or a girl, and you decide to break up, instead of kind of saying, you're a piece of shit or this, just don't say nothing. It hurts them. Like, honestly, it's like somebody's punching them in their brain. When you ignore somebody, it's like the worst you can do to them. The moment you say something, like Raul, he wants to get into a fight all the time with me about something. If I don't say nothing, it's the people that want. So they want validation of their anger. The moment.
Yes.
The moment.
Validation of the anger.
Validation of their. The moment you interact with them, they win. So they're happy. It's like I got her. Right? She feels bad because I got her. The moment you go like nothing. Who does that? Who does that? Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's the best you can do.
No, but I don't care.
Exactly.
They hate me because
You're
hate
important.
Me. And I was like, so they're
They
talking
hate you
about
'cause
me.
they-
I'm so popular because
Exactly.
I
They
think
hate
they
you
were
'cause
like,
Oh, if somebody says I hate you, you say, "Oh, thank you."
I think
How's
they
your
were,
day?
I don't remember. I think they were deleting my
So
birthday.
who else we're not gonna hate Nora K. Who else you hate?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't hate anybody?
I mean, I don't really know anybody.
Alright, good, great. Who do you hate?
Which ones?
I mean, you have anybody that you hate?
Ooh, I hate Quentin.
I got a pile.
Oh, Quentin. Yeah, fucking Quentin.
He's so rude to Nora too. Mama tells me not to beat his ass.
I got a
No.
pile.
He's rude to Nora, he doesn't stop.
Well, she had like not the best grade on a test yet, and like he had the same grade as her, and so he started yelling out what she had.
Okay, so he had the same grade and he's yelling at her. You know that
No,
saying?
he's yelling out what grade they had, even when she told him not.
Yeah. Do you know that the thief always says, catch that thief? Even though he's the thief, he's like, catch that thief, catch that thief. So don't worry about him. He's an idiot. Go ahead. We got anybody right?
Alexander, Anaya,
Mama mia, how many you got?
Aya, Francesca, Penelope.
You hate women? How
I mean,
many?
they've been assholes to me in the past.
Andrew Tate
So why do you
here.
hate them? Why do you hate them?
Andrew Tate
They've
here.
been assholes.
Andrew Tate here.
Yeah.
I just hate them. I don't do anything.
Bebe Tate? No.
No.
So what? So
I
how,
got more. I don't want to say I got more because I have too many. I think
what do you got? Like 20 people you hate?
probably 50,
50 people?
maybe.
And how do you hate them? Like what is it?
They've just been assholes to me, so I hate them.
No, but that's what their decision is.
Okay, great. Let it be their decision.
Yeah, you don't want to have to be the same thing. The moment you hate them, you just like them. And they're two idiots instead of one.
Fine, then I don't like them, and I
You don't like them, that's something else. But don't hate anybody.
great. I don't like them.
I
all.
purposefully likes their face because it makes me have an expression on my face that they don't like.
My head is like the brain is like, it's hurting me. So I thought I was smarter, but
Go get some so-called fresh air in the city.
fresh air. Yeah.
Fresh air that comes out of people's
Get that I
butts.
called it so-called.
Fresh air in the city. Yeah, because you want to play.
Yeah,
That's
go get some so-called
I'm good.
fresh air. in
Did
the
you know we're
city.
polluting the earth with our farts?
yeah, the cows are supposed to be polluting the earth big time with the farts.
War.
All right, I'm gonna just,
Go to work.
no,
I'm
maybe.
gonna Just
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to, that's,
Tata, do you know where the puppets are? My friend's birthday's tomorrow. I want to get him something.
you want to get him a puppet?
A puppet, yeah. It's
Oh,
birthday.
pop it. Yeah, give him some puppets, guy you don't like, so he can give
Just one.
No, give him
give me
one.
the Mexican one.
Let me choose.
Okay, hey, shut down the camera because I'm done. I have had
Over, senora.